Hi everyone, Holly Pike here from Artistic Cutworks. Today I'm going to show you how I made this gift tag for construction paper, or actually cardstock. I basically started with one tag, put it together, and welded it. And I'm going to show you how I did that. So I'm going to open a new document. Maybe. There we go. I'm going to go into my library of gift tags, and I'm going to choose this one. And this is already a design. I've already made this design, but I just chose this gift tag. And now I'm going to take this gift tag, turn on my grid because I need to be able to line things up. I will copy, right click, and duplicate. You can see it's right on top of the other one. At this point, I'm going to right click again and flip vertical. So now it's right on top of the other one, which is exactly where I want it. Okay? I'll left click, hold, and drag a box around everything. Go over here to my transform and center it. I want it exactly centered. Now let's make this bigger so you can see what I'm doing. I'll select the top one and use my arrow keys to move it down the page without moving it from side to side so that it comes down just perfectly. You see I go a little bit past. Now I'll come back up using my arrow keys. If you try to do this with your mouse, it won't work. Now I want to make sure that they overlap just a little bit. Can you see how they overlap? Now I will left click, hold, and drag a box around both of them. I'll go to my weld or my modify and click weld. If it doesn't weld, then that means they're not overlapped enough. So I'm going to overlap it a little more and try again. The line in the center went away, so we know that it's welded. It's now one piece. And that's a beautiful thing. I'm going to put the top end of my tag up on the line. And I'm going to take this resize box and pull it down so that my gift tag is exactly on these lines. I'm going to use this for measurement. Since the gift tag is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inches, my exact center is 3 inches. So I want it to fold in the middle. Okay? So the next thing I'll do is take my line tool, make this a little bigger, and I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to draw a line across. Okay? Grab my design tool, and let's take a look at what we've got. It looks like it's pretty good. It's kind of tough to select these little lines sometimes. Let's go bigger. Make it easier. Okay, it looks like it's in the middle, so that's good. I'm going to select the line, go into my lines, my line style, and choose a dashed line. Okay? And I'm also going to change the color because I want to be able to see it in my oops, got to change it in the line color. In my cut file. Okay? So there's the basic gift tag. That's the basic thing. Now what I would do when I made these is I saved this as a template so that I could make all the gift tags I want to make. Now the next thing I did was I went out and I got my heart. So I'll go into my library and I'll go into a folder that I call Design Elements. And here's, well, we'll use one of these, that's fine. I'll bring these in. They're going to open in another screen. I'll select the star and copy. Go back over here, right click, and paste. Now I can put that star wherever I want it on this design. Now I want this star to be cut out. So I'll left click, hold and drag, but I'll hold my shift key and I'm going to unselect that middle line. I don't want that middle line included. Now I'll right click and say make this a compound path, and look what happens. That star goes away. So that's going to cut a star shape in my tag. It's going to cut a star shape in my tag. Okay? And let's go bigger and see if I still have my line. I might have it. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to bring that line to the front and reposition it. Sometimes when you make compound paths, things go behind other things, so you kind of have to be aware of that. Okay, it looks like we're still lined up and like everything looks good. Okay, so now that's the tag. The tag is essentially done, but we might want to put some text on here. So let's go ahead and put some text on here. You can put happy birthday here and do that, and fold the tag up if you like, or do whatever you want to do with that. So, but now we need a piece of insert paper. So let's take a rectangle. I'm just going to make a rectangle like that. Escape. Get my tool. Select the rectangle. Maybe. There we go. And move that off to the side. That's going to cut out of something different than this paper. This paper might be white or green or blue or purple or whatever. And this is the piece that goes inside that you will see through this star. Okay, this tag's a little different than the last one I did, but that's okay. It's just going to be a little different. If we want to add text, I did this upside down, but we can add text, and we can say, thank you. How about that? Let's select the text. We'll go into our text style and find maybe the Bradley handwriting. Select it with a left click. Make it small. Turn it upside down. It's going to have to be pretty tiny. You can put that in there. And then when you make your tag, you use your sketch pen for the writing. I'm going to make this a different color so that it shows up differently when we go to the cut screen. Okay, so here's our tag. When you make this, you're going to fold it so that the thank you is on the outside. You make it so you fold it. Now, when we're going to save this, so we'll go up here, File, Save As, Hard Drive. I'm going to save it in my Cameo folder, and I'm going to name it Thank You Tag. I apologize for the dog feet puttering through here. Go back up here, File, Save As, to Library. Everything gets saved to the library. So we're going to save that to the library. Now, when we want to cut this, we're going to go to Send. I'm going to take this and move this over here. So now I can put a piece of paper on my mat that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 inches by 3 inches for the outside of the tag. And then I can put another piece of paper on my mat that's a different color that is 1, 2, 3 by 1, 2, 3, so that you can cut both of these at the same time. So now the cutting is a little different. So we're going to go to Line Cuts. I'm looking for all my, there it is. Okay, and what we're going to do is, for the pink, this is going to be cardstock. It's all going to be cardstock. The green is going to be also cardstock, but it's going to be a score line, not a cut line, a score line. The no color is not going to cut. That's not to worry about. But the blue one now is also going to be cardstock, but it's going to be a sketch pen. Okay? So we've got that done. Now we'll come over here to our, where's our other screen here? We're going to have sketch pen. We're going to have all these things happen here. Go back to this. I don't have a Cameo hooked up, so let's hook up the Cameo and see if it gives me the correct things. Okay, that's better. Okay, so tool 1 is going to be cut. Tool 2 is going to be sketch on cardstock, and it's going to be sketch. So when you put your tools in the Cameo 3, if you have a Cameo 3, you have 2 receptacles for tools. In the red one, you're going to put the blade. In the blue one, you're going to put the sketch pen. And then you will send it, make this a ratchet blade. I rarely use auto blade. This is going to be sketch and sketch pen. Your speeds are set for you. And one pass is going to be sketch pen. The other pass is going to be cut. Okay. This is going to be cut. This is going to be cut. And that's going to be sketch. You send it to your machine and you're ready to go. Be sure that you save to your hard drive and to your library. That's very, very important. Again, this is Holly Pike from Artistic Cutworks. Thanks for joining me.